Everybody, myself Shriti GM, and in this video I'll be taking you through the hashing methods. We'll see what hashing is, what are the different processes in hashing and different methods in hashing. So firstly, what hashing is. Hashing is a way to store your data into a data structure called as hash table. So a hash table looks like a array which has capacity to store some number of elements. So hashing is a way to store data into this particular hash table. Your hashing uses a hash function which takes the key as input and produces an address as output. The address which is generated is used to store the data and retrieve the data from your hash table. So it is said to provide constant access to your files. So we will see how hashing works, what is the process involved. So let us take a look at the hashing process. Let us say I want to store a record with these three fields: name of a person, an employee, the designation of the person, and also the SSN number. So this is the hash table in which you need to store your data. So I am going to be using a hash function for this purpose. So you are choosing the key name as the key for this particular example. It is not necessary the name should be taken as the key. You can also use the SSN number for the key, but in this case we are taking the key name as the key. So the name, which is Lowell, it is given as input for your hash function, and the hash function will generate an address. So the address generated here is 4. So in that position you are going to store the record. So Lowell is stored at the address 4. Now the address generated by your hash function is called as the home address of the key or the record. Now we will see how the address got generated in the previous example. So we have a few names. So these names which are used, these are the keys which are used for your hash function. So for your hashing scheme, this previous example, it is taking the first two characters of the names, and using those two characters it is going to generate the hashing address. So we are just going to convert the values into numerical format by using the ASCII code for the characters. So the ASCII value for B is 66 and the ASCII value for A is 65 for the first name. So we are going to do a product of this two numbers, and whatever you get as output, that out of that output we are just choosing three characters, last three characters in this case, as the address generated by the hash function. So the numbers chosen can be dependent on the available space. For example, if your hash table has a space for only 10 records, then instead of taking 3 characters from your product, we might choose only one character, one number or one digit from your product. If you have space for, let us say, 1000 spaces, then we can choose 3 characters instead of 1. So this is how you can choose your hashing scheme. So same way we are choosing for Lowell. So 76 is the ASCII code for L, 79 is the ASCII code for O. We are doing the product of both. Out of the product we are taking the last 3 characters, which is 004, and that is taken as the home address. This is a simple hashing scheme which is used in your previous example. Now we will see some of the terms which you can come across in hashing. First one is collision. So first of all, what you mean by collision is, if 2 or more keys hash to the same address, then it is called as collision. As you can see, Lowell and Oliver both are generating the same home address, so this is called as collision. Another term is a synonym. Synonym is just a term which indicates the keys which hash to the same address. So the keys Lowell and Oliver are said to be synonyms because both of them are going to the same home address. Now there are different ways in order to reduce collision. One of them is spreading out the records. So by choosing a hash function which can distribute the data more evenly, you can spread out the records. That way you can reduce the collision. One more is using extra memory. If I have only 10 records, instead of using 10 spaces, I can choose to give 20 spaces or 20 address spaces in your hash table. So that way you can reduce the collision. One more is by putting more than one record at a single address. So till now we saw that at a single address we are storing a single record. Instead we can make sure that at a single address we can store multiple records. So let us say this is address 0. I am giving spaces for 3 records instead of just 1. So this way you will be able to put more than one record at a single address space. These are the different ways you can use to reduce collision. There are a few others which we will be discussing in the other videos. Now we will look at a simple hashing algorithm which contains 3 steps. So first of all we will see the steps, how it is implemented also. So firstly we are going to represent the key in a numerical format. The other steps are fold and add, and third one is dividing by a prime number. We will see each step accordingly. We will take an example. So first one is to represent the key in numerical format. So let us say the key we have is Lowell. To you convert it into a numerical format, we are just taking the ASCII values of the characters. In our example, we are fixing the key length as 12. Since your key is only 6 string length, so what we are going to do is we are going to fill the other 6 characters or spaces with blanks. So Lowell, for each one we are just taking the ASCII values as shown, and for blanks, even for the blanks you have an ASCII value which is your space. So the ASCII value for the blank is 32. So we are just filling in this format by converting the key which is in a string format into a numerical format. The second step is fold and add. Folding indicates just concatenating 2 or more numbers into one number, and then you are going to add the result. So we will see an example here. We are combining 2 or concatenating 2 numbers that got generated from your previous step into one number. So this is how we are doing folding. So instead of 2 we can also choose to take 3 numbers at a time. That will make the division in this format. So the choice is left to the user. Since in this example we are just going to take 2 numbers, concatenate them into one number. So after doing that we are going to do the addition of all the elements. So as you can see, 7679 is the first number, 8769 is the second number, 76 as the third number, and so on. So the sum, as you can see, it is crossing the maximum integer number. We can choose to reduce this by doing a modulus operator every time you do an operation. Instead of doing all the addition at once, we are going to do the addition in multiple steps. So for example, so let us see 7679. So initially what we are going to do is we are going to add only these 2 numbers. After adding these 2 numbers, to make sure that it does not cross your maximum integer value, we are just doing a modulus with some constant number. We are going to choose this as a prime number because prime numbers usually distribute the data more evenly. So we have chosen a prime number. This prime number can be any other value. It is not necessary that you choose the same one. So we are doing a modulus of the sum with the value 19,937. Since it is not divisible, we will get the same value. Since you are done with first 2 numbers, we are going to take the next number, that is 7676, and we are going to add this to the value available here. So once you get this, you are getting a different number. Again, for each step you are doing a modulus at the to make sure that it does not cross the maximum integer number. Every time until you reach the end of your key, you are going to do the same operation. So by the end of this particular step, we are getting the value 13883. The last step is to divide by the size of the address space. Imagine that we have an address space of 100, then the address that should be generated should be within the range of 0 to 99. So for that purpose, we are going to do a modulus with the size of your address space. As we saw that we got the result of the previous step as 13,883. What we are going to do is we are doing a modulus with the space available. If the space available is 100, the value of n will be 100. S is the sum what we got from the previous step, and the output of this S mod n will be A, which is the address which will be used to store your data. So you can see an example here. So I have chosen 100 as the address space is available, that is the size of your hash table in which you can store your data. So 1383 modulus with 100, you will get the remainder as 83. So this is simple hashing algorithm which has been asked in your exams multiple times. So we will see the function for the same thing. So we have taken the example as Lowell. let us see how it is getting converted into the address. So, as we know, the first step is to convert into numerical format. We have already written it here. We are just indicating the character index. So, L is at the position 0, O is at the position 1, W at the position 2, and so on. Since we have fixed the length of the key as 12, so your index starts with 0 till 11. Let us look at your hash function. So, the key we are taking is of length 12. Maximum address indicates the size of your address space available. So, the hash table space, whichever is the maximum value, that you are going to pass as a second parameter. So, initially we are going to, as you know, we are doing addition of the numbers. So, we are initializing the sum value to 0. Now, as you can see, we are going to do a repetition process. So, for that purpose you are using a for loop by initializing j index to 0. So, j is initially pointing to the 0th location. 0 is less than 12, the condition will be true in the first time. So, you are going to do the addition, which is some value which was initialized to 0, 100 will stay as it is. Now, key of j is 0. So, key of 0 indicates this particular value. Since it is integer, you are going to take the value ASCII value, that is 76. Key of j plus 1 indicates key of 1. Key of 1 indicates the second value. So, that is 79. So, as we know, multiplication is done before addition. So, your multiplication will make the value as 7600. So, 100 multiplied with 76. Then we are going to do the addition, plus 79, you will get 7679 as the answer for this part. Then you are going to add it with the sum. So, sum was 0 previously, so which will leave the value as 7679 itself. So, as we saw, we want to make sure that it does not cross the maximum int value. So, you are doing a modulus operation. So, this part is just your fold and add. So, for each time you are going to do an addition and then you are doing a modulus with 19,937. Since it is not divisible, so the value of 7679 will be stored as the sum now. The process is repeated by incrementing the j value with 2. So, j was initially 0, now j will become 2. So, j will be pointing to this particular value. Same thing will be repeated. So, 87 and key of j, that is key of 2. So, key of 2 will be 87 and key of j plus 1, that is key of 3, that will be 69. So, same way you are going to repeat the process, and once you are done with all the addition, you are going to come to the last step, which is nothing but dividing it with the maximum address space, the space which is available for you. So, after you get the sum from this fold and add step, the last value is going to be modulus by using your maximum address space. If it is 100, you are going to divide it with 100 and it will return the remainder of your answer as your address. So, this is how your hash function is implemented for your previous example.